Honorable members, you will recall that during our meeting held on Thursday, 13th October 2022, a question was raised by the Honorable P.O. Wandai, the leader of the minority party, on whether the position of the Cabinet Secretary is constitutional. As you may be aware, Article 152(1)(d) of the Constitution provides that the Cabinet consists of not fewer than 14 and not more than 22 Cabinet Secretaries. It is notable that in compliance with the provisions of Article 152(1)(d) of the Constitution, the President nominated 22 Cabinet Secretaries, among them being the Prime Cabinet Secretary. In this regard, the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary finds its constitutional basis under Article 152(1)(d) of the Constitution, and the nominee, if approved, will be one of the Cabinet Secretaries. Further, it's worth noting that through the Executive Order Number 1 of 2022 on the Organization of Government, the President assigned specific roles to the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, which includes coordinating and supervision of the ministries and state departments. However, I note that the designation of the roles of a Cabinet Secretary does not change the nature of the position of a Cabinet Secretary as anchored under Article 152(1)(d) of the Constitution. I further note that the Article 152 of the Constitution does not prescribe the designation of the title or functions to be conferred to each Cabinet Secretary. Consequently, it's within the powers of the President under Article 132 of the Constitution, as read with Section 10(1) of the National Government and Coordination Act Number 1 of 2013, to designate the title and assign functions to a Cabinet Secretary. To this end, the designation of a Prime Cabinet Secretary is not inconsistent with any provision of the law or the Constitution, and therefore the designation is properly, legally, and
my prayers are that you find me suitable to work with you and to work with other Kenyans in delivering service to the people of Kenya. I just want to emphasize that in my role, I want to have a very strong interface with Parliament so that we can find common solutions. We are all there to help the people of Kenya, to serve them, and we cannot serve them by being isolated and living in silos. We must be able to cross the aisle and talk to each other. So this is what I would really want to encourage, and to say that I'll be ready and willing at all times to engage with you, either collectively, as in maybe in committees, or even individually as legislators, so that we can find solutions. The final thing I would urge is that we should also remind Kenyans that the challenge ahead of us is very, very serious. It's not a game of flattery to the Kenyan people. It's a question of being honest, being truthful, getting the right information to make decisions, so that we can restore, Mr. Chairman, let us restore trust in government. Let it not be a government of rumor mongering. This is what we want to try and avoid. We want to have an open government. We want to be able to have the facts on the table. Principles of accountability, transparency must be at the forefront of what we do. And also, when looking at the budgets, I would just help that, plead with the Parliament that help us to eliminate something that I kept on calling in my campaigns as budgeted corruption. Budgeted corruption. this is something that we all need to fight and deal with. Up to this day, the person I'm going to meet at the railway station will still want to know why would a product cost 100 shillings in the kiosk and when the government is procuring the same product, it costs 1,000. We must find a way of dealing with this issue.
Would you tell this committee your financial net worth?
Mr. Speaker, yes, I would comment on that. If I take my investments in shares in various, in some companies, and also the properties that I own, I would put my net worth at about 4 billion shillings.
4 billion. What are your current and anticipated sources of income?
Mr. Speaker, rental income, dividends, where I have the shareholdings, and also interests, and of course other expenses that come from the farm.
Have you at any time held any position in a political party?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have.
Which is?
I have, the most recent one was being party leader of the Amani National Congress.
Are you still the leader?
No, Mr. Chairman. On the issue of the Kenya Railways, I am happy, very happy about the Kenya Railways as a location for this office. First of all, the people who voted us in are there, alighting every morning to go to work and alighting every evening to go home. To me, I say that that is a constant reminder that whenever I go to that office, I will know that those are hard workers in our country, and therefore we must not let them down. We must work hard and improve on this country. So I am personally very delighted to be domiciled at the railway headquarters. That is perfect. I'm proud of that.
You are being accused of having fraudulently acquired property in Woodley Estate in Nairobi, property that belonged to the public, a property that was under the care of the Nairobi County Council then.
Today, we pay rent to the county government of Nairobi. At no time has that property ever been transferred. I want to put it on record here that the ethics or the Kenya anti-corruption body at that time went on a tangent that they had not verified the facts. I ended up also seeking legal redress for defamation on their part and for them having given out misleading information. Mr. Speaker and Mr. Chairman, as we speak today, the same property belongs to the county government of Nairobi, and we pay rent. I will not be paying rent for a property that is personally mine. And therefore, I was not involved in any land grabbing whatsoever.